Welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Iron Man. Last time, we kept up with forestry. It's kind of like a catch-all episode, kind of over the place, herbivore, forestry, just, doing some things, a lot of different stuff. A very, very, very representative, just kind of like day in the life, week in the life, more accurate, I guess, of UIM when I'm not, just fully focused on one thing. But we did put a pin in forestry for now. We got to save some rewards for part two. Although you can see this is me here, actually. I managed to get the upgrade to the forestry kit that has the log basket attached to it. Because we can now, UIMs can now store logs in the forester. I'm sure you all know if you're interested in UIM in any way. But yeah, forestry, whenever part two comes out, we'll take a look at it again. We did get up to 95, probably halfway to 96 woodcutting. A lot of good experience for the experience games in general, also experience for I know myself what's good, what works, what doesn't work, stuff like that. But I decided it was time to move on. You see, whenever I go back to herbivore, I still have my herb sack in my inventory, and I went ahead and got a whole bunch of arrow shafts. I would like to start fletching whenever I'm doing herbivore and just fletching in general because my fletching is one of my lowest skill. Actually, my lowest skill right now, since we've been working on mining, as you can presently see here probably. But yeah, so I got this should be enough 272. Once I do the full process of making those into broad arrows, that should be enough to get me to 90. Which would let me, if I really want to, I could boost up to do the desert diary, which is 95 is our short-term long-term goal for fletching, but also 90 would let me be able to fletch redwood logs into arrow shafts, which would make it more AFK for me to get arrow shafts in the future, although the best option is of course just to buy arrow shafts. I am aware of that, but it's whatever. That's for the future, because right now we are working on what was my other lowest skill, mining, which is now no longer that. We've gotten 2 levels since you last saw me. I was out of town for the last couple days, on a little vacation kind of thing. Mostly just chilled and watched a bunch of movies with my cousins. But I got from 82. We're at 84 now. We'll probably hit 85 pretty soon, and that has almost all been from shooting stars. You see, I might have already showed already, but I did get the Celestial Ring, which costs 2,000 Stardust, and I have 18k right now. So we've gotten 20k Stardust. Mostly just solo scouting, as in going to my POH, seeing where it's going to land, and then going to it, which has worked pretty well. As you can see right now, I'm on the 2K total world, and we've got like 5 people here total. So there seems to be no good real rhyme or reason, because right now it's 12, almost 1 in the morning on Wednesday technically now, but not a weekend, so I wouldn't expect as many people to be on a 2K total world. But it happens sometimes. I actually have not had that many opportunities when I get crashed, but like the whole Star Clan CC where you get like 50 people that come, because that just isn't great. But it does happen every now and then. I do try and stick to total level worlds to avoid that. I have used, there's a website you can find where you can like see stars that have been scouted, which I'll use that sometimes if I ever feel like, when I was watching movies, I would just leave it. I don't need to be full focus, but if I'm ever like, okay, I got some time, I want to grind, I finish a star, I want to do another one, then I'll look for that, and I can usually find one that only has a couple people, or maybe go to one that's in a far off location, or like, Prif, Mauritania, somewhere that's locked behind quests where there's going to be less people. It works out pretty well. It's very, very AFK, very, very nice. Not terrific XP an hour. I think it's like 27k an hour, somewhere in the ballpark of that, probably more or less, depending on how many people are there. But I have had quite a few stars to myself, or maybe like one other person. That also is largely due to the fact I think that I have, when I go to East Coast Worlds, I'm a night rat. I work night shifts, so I was off, on my normal schedule. I'm up at 2, 3 in the morning. I don't think many other people are, although us RuneScape players are probably all birds of a feather in some regards to that. But overall, I've been enjoying it. I'm not really sure what the end goal is for Stardust. If you don't know the Celestial Ring, this is me always assuming people know everything that's going on. It's uncharged right now. You can charge it with Stardust. Whenever it's charged, I think it's kind of just like the Varrock chest plays, which it's an extra chance to get another ore when you're mining something. So it has some uses, not a ton, but some. Obviously, it's not charged right now because it always has, regardless of the charges, it gives you an invisible +4 mining boost, which just does, boost your XP an hour, Stardust an hour, anything like that. Just a useful thing to have. I plan on going to Volcano at some point, probably this episode, but definitely after this if I'm not, because I would like a crystal tool seed. That's kind of like probably like the goal for this episode. But you can see I've also been in my downtime between stars, because there aren't always stars out. There is like a 40-minute period probably where, like, even if you're trying to use scout stars that have been scouted, like there just aren't any. They've all been mined because they come in like waves every like 2 hours. So in my downtime, I've been mining in the mining guild to try and get unidentified minerals, which you use to buy the mining, like the advanced and superior and then expert mining gloves. Again, very niche uses. I'll go over them when I get those, but that's what I'm building up towards with that. And then just bulking Stardust, which I'm probably going to end up using for maybe charging the ring a bit, but then also I think maybe just buying gem sacks for crafting XP and then money potentially too. I don't know. I'll think about that, because I already have the recolor for the prospector outfit. I got that quite a while ago. So yeah, just expect some shooting stars and some mining this episode. That's what we're in for. Also, I do have a couple clues, not as much as I probably could have gotten. I was actually on the Steam client because RuneLight on my laptop like stopped working. I think it might be because I have Windows 7, and I've been seeing more and more stuff, but even Steam is saying like it's not going to be supported on Windows 7 and like by the end of the year. So I mean, that laptop is really old at this point, so I probably should just get a new one, or just stick with my tablet. But not expecting much from clues anyway, although I do know when we do this medium, that's 600 medium clues done on the account, and Ranger Boots at 601. No, but we did get another leprechaun hat, which I do like that hat very much. Classic, I hit the record button and just stopped getting drops, but I think we only need one more now, and that will be a level. Any second now. Any second, there we go. 85 mining. Actually kind of a big one, because we can mine runite now. I've been mostly power mining iron whenever I want to get unidentified materials, but like, if there's only ever a couple minutes before our next star and I just want to like not be wasting time, I'll mine Addy, and I'll try and grab the rune if it's there, because Addy has 1 in 30 chance for a mineral. Rune is 1 in 20, I think, but there are usually people at the rune rocks in the mining guild. But anyway, I've been having to boost up to get that, but now that I'm 85, I don't have to boost anymore, so that's nice. Well, strange clip. I was at work last night on my break, and I was like, oh wait, what do I do? Because I couldn't, I looked up for stars and there weren't any stars out, so I couldn't do that. Didn't really want to power mine. So I was like, oh, I just bought all these feathers for arrow shafts. Maybe I'll start fletching them. I didn't think I would get that much XP, but I actually did almost get a level, so I decided to stop. I could have made probably 2,000 more arrow shafts before I got a level, but I waited just so you guys could see 83 fletching. I know it's very important to everyone. And now I'm probably going to stop at like 10,000 arrow shafts and then just make this into broad arrows and get rid of them, because I don't want to have 3 inventory spaces dedicated to this, and this will take a long time. I don't know, maybe I'll start like running agility or something like that. I don't really know like what I should do in the meantime. It feels weird just to like sit here. I probably should go to pest control. I think that would be the the most efficient way to go about doing this, but I don't know. Well, this is why you do your beginner clues. We just got a rune scimitar kit for Zamorak, and I'm curious to see what my collection log is looking like for beginner clues. 9 out of 16, okay, not as much as I thought, but hey, storable rune scimitar, not that matters, we already have the DSIM stored, but hey, it's something. I think this might actually be back-to-back. I'll have to look in the clips and see what the number is for beginner clues done, but that's a shoulder parrot. Actually, a really cool unique. I can for sure see myself using that for Fashionscape. It's just a shame that it takes the cape slot, even though, obviously it's a back thing, but like, feels like it wouldn't conflict with other things. But yeah, that's super, super cool. Alright, I'm about winding down now on shooting stars for the moment, so I decided first thing we should do is go ahead and make the Celestial Signet, I think it will be called. You can buy the Elven Signet, have it for a while, haven't ever used it, just been taking up space in the looting bag. And then the Celestial Ring, go ahead and do that. It costs 100 crystal shards and 1,000 stardust, I'm pretty sure. Yep. And then it is still it's uncharged. There's no collection log slot for that, apparently. But anyway, that combines the effects of the Celestial Signet and the Elven Signet, which the Elven Signet, I already talked about the Celestial earlier, but the Elven Signet was just, I think it's a 10% chance not to use a charge whenever you normally would have for crystal tools, which obviously we don't have crystal tools right now, but that is my plan of what to do next, is I'm going to go to Volcano after I'm done with shooting stars, and Volcano is going to, I don't know how long I'll be there for, hopefully at least until I get a crystal tool seed. It's a 1 in 200 drop. I don't know how long it'll take. Right now my plan is mostly just to stick to the mass worlds, because I don't really have a group of people I can do. Like, I think like 5-man is most efficient, at least it was the last time I heard mumblings of Volcano. I've done quite a bit of Volcano in like leagues and stuff, so I'm, you know, tangentially familiar with it. I don't think it'll be a huge learning curve. I'm curious to see if I'll be able to get any PBs. I think maybe with the ring and D-Pick and Varrock Armor 4, I think I might be able to get there, but I'm not really 100% sure. You know, time will tell. Next thing for making inventory space, I think, is it Balana here? Is that how we get the gloves from? Value normal mining gloves, go ahead and buy one of those. That is a collection slog slot, and I actually think kind of fits with the prospector gear. Maybe not the recolor, but these ones are not very good. If we examine them, I think it's like, what, coal, silver, and like whatever, silver, coal, and gold. There's a chance not to deplete the ore after you mine it. It's actually, I think, a semi-decent chance. But obviously we're not going to be mining any of that on this account. Oh, I don't have my thing. It should be storable in the armor case. Yep. And then that was 60 minerals. If we wanted to get the superior mining gloves at the next level, that one is 120 minerals. I was thinking about saving up for that, but I decided, I was like, I kind of just want to get this volcano, so let's go ahead and do that right now. And the rest we can do later, you know. And then the very, very last one is with once you have both those, so 60, then 120, you can spend 60 more to get the expert mining gloves, and those are the real good ones. So long story short, now that I've spent the 60 there, we're going to need 180 more unidentified minerals at some point along the life of my character, but as I said, next thing we're going to is Volcano. Well, I finally think it's about time to wrap up with shooting stars. I've got about as much Stardust as I want right now. And we had a nice little clue adventure here at the end. I've got a beginner for trash, an easy for trash, and a hard for okay, Alks. That was overall, I mean, if I needed Godbook pages, that would have been a very good clue, but that was not a good one. Very, you know, in general. But yeah, that's what I'm going to call it with shooting stars for right now. As you can see, I already have done a little bit of Volcano. I think I have like 25, 26 KC, which I had done Volcano before on this account, so that wasn't, you know, anything new. But that is what the plan is for the rest of this video, is to just do some Volcano. Although I want to rebag, because you do want at least some inventory space for Volcano, and I don't have much right now, so I just like, and also it is technically a dangerous, not even technically, it is a dangerous activity, so I want to make sure I have, you know, I'm not going to leave like my crystal armor and any like my actual things in History. I'll leave probably like my forestry kit, you know, some rings, probably things that I'd like, you know, still going to try and not lose them, but if I do lose them, you know, it won't be the end of the world. Alright, it's about time I finally get this volcano here, clean out the inventory. All this Stardust, we have to use it somewhere. Where am I going to use it? I'm going to use it at the shop. So you've got the ring, already cost 2k. The star fragments is what you use to recolor the prospector outfit, which are, again, already done, all 4 of those. So we just have soft clay packs and bags full of gems. And I am going to do bags full of gems. If we go ahead and open these, I'm pretty sure it should give us 40 uncut gems. So, you know, we can get a couple of these. I think if my calculations are correct, we can get 100 of these, which would then be what, 4,000 gems, which I don't know what the average XP is, but obviously we're just gonna, you know, see a bunch of them here. So yeah, this is what you can expect from me. I'll come back at you with the final look and then how much crafting XP we're gonna get from it. Okay, and this was my final loot from 100 bags of uncut gems. You can see just over half were sapphires. And then we actually ended up getting 21 dragonstones. We did not get an onyx, unfortunately. Wasn't expecting one, to be honest. But yeah, it didn't happen. But the dragonstones, I guess, I mean, this took me a good, probably a week straight of, you know, couple days of like pretty focused star mining. But I guess if you're like an Iron Man looking for dragonstones and you can't get anything else, like this could be a decent way to get some. It seems like the rate is what you need to get one dragonstone in every like 5 is my math there, almost 1 in 4, and it's about 1 in 5. It seems like per bag of gems to get one dragonstone. We do have a little bit of stardust left over. I actually want to charge the ring with this, just because I think it can help a little bit at volcano, but I wasn't, you know, that's not a super whole important thing. I also just had a thought, but yeah, the dragonstones could be nice, but also this could be really, really good for getting rubies. What I think you need like 200 some rubies for the mounted dig site pendant. Like there's no reason you should not have that if you've got at least, I'd say like, honestly, probably like 60, maybe even 50 mining is good. Like most of the stars you can usually find aren't that big. Coming in on the end here of all of our gems, we got a little more XP than I thought. Not as much as I was hoping. I was really hoping we could get a full level, but you know, I figured it wasn't very realistic. But we almost 250k total XP from 100 bags of gems. I would say with just a slightly above average luck, you could hit that 250k mark exactly. We've also got almost 450k GP as well, and that was from I would alch the diamonds and dragonstones, and then I decided to just sell the other gems in the like the rogue general store, or like the rogue's den area, just because it was the closest bank to a you know, shop I could think of, and also it's not like, especially once you get on the sapphires, it's not great GP. You only get like 25 GP per, but it's faster than having to drop all of them, because of course, you know, we can't bank. So, you know, it's just kind of like the quickest way to get them out of your inventory and continue to cut more gems. And here I am, finally at Volcano after talking about it for like 6 different clips in a row. You can see my inventory set up. This is technically a dangerous activity. You can die here and lose stuff. I am risking something just because my inventory is like, I'm sure I will get shamed by other UIMs. But yeah, my inventory is not looking good right now. The looting bag is full. No, I mean, I don't think I'll die as long as I don't like DC or something like that. And even if I do, there's probably a chance I can get back and not, you know, not die. Yeah, we're just gonna be here. We're at, what was it, like 31 KC we just passed, something like that. Looking for the crystal tool seed, as I mentioned. Someone actually already got one earlier on their 13th KC, so maybe we can hope to get some of the luck like that too. Although I'm not expecting it. But you can see even on the Mass World, supplies can be kind of okay. This is a weekend though, so I imagine like once I get back on my normal working hours, when it's like, you know, 3 in the morning, it probably will be a little better, a little more rewards per person, but for now, it's all right. Ooh, just got my first combat. Well, technically second. You got one for getting 25 KC, but I just got PB, or MVP, I guess, technically. Which, wow, you get a lot of rewards whenever you get MVP. But you, of course, get the Infernal Ashes, too. That's how you know. And you have to do it once to get the combat task, so it's not, you know, crazy impossible. Had some unlucky swings this game, so it's definitely not going to be MVP, but we're coming in with 100 Volcano KC, officially halfway to the drop rate for a Crystal Tool Seed. Oh my word, talk about a close call. That was not, I thought I was sitting on a blue tile when I attacked, and I was actually sitting on a red, so, oof. Obviously wouldn't have lost the whole account there, but would have lost the things I showed earlier. probably. I was just getting ready to stop for the night. I think that's probably the universe telling me I should go to bed. Well, you might notice it in the inventory, but just happened. Crystal's Tool Seed acquired. KC-133. I got the MVP that game too, although I don't think the MVP actually gives you a better chance of getting the seed. It does. I think it does improve your drops of like whatever like you roll on the table, but not for any improved chance for like pet or seed or anything like that, as far as I know. I think the wiki says that. But yeah, that's what I'm here for. I don't know how much more I'll stay because I am having fun with this, but I don't know. Ooh, rip that guy that just died. The supplies here are like, they're not incredible, but they are pretty nice. Obviously the bars are much better than the ore, I think. I don't really know if there's any use for the ore. because you don't get any coal here. So like, I know there are places you can get some noted coal, but I don't know if it's worth it. It's probably not worth it. It's certainly not worth it with the, even with like the Prif method we have for Giant's Foundry. But at least maybe be some nice money, or I can trade it over to the main, or to the main. I can trade it over to like my 400 total level free-to-play account. Yeah, the main, oh my god. Well, here we are with our Crystal Tool Seed, which, how much is that worth? It was pink on, so just over 11 mil. It was a pink loot beam on the ground. But yeah, we got, I'll throw up the loot, in quotes, I don't want to say in quotes, I'll throw up the loot from Volcano on the screen. We did pretty well for ourselves. You see, even on all the mass worlds the entire time, we still managed to get MVP like 10-15% of the time. I'm not gonna do the full math there. But yeah, it went pretty good. It was pretty enjoyable, I would say. I'll show you the Volcano log. We don't have much. I have not gotten any onyxes. I guess that must share with everything. I've gotten, these onyxes are all from Zulrah, as we well know. So just the pet and the Volcano shard, which are both very high percentage chance, or very small chances to get very high, like 1 out of 6,000, 1 out of 3,000, something like that. I don't know. But this Crystal Tool Seed, we can use that on the Crystal or the Dragon Pickaxe and the Dragon Axe as well. Either one of those. And it improves it. It's when it's charged. Okay, you do need to use charges. It's very confusing on the wiki. You can look it up if you want. It's pretty much, the big thing is it's 3% more effective roughly than a dragon pickaxe if it's charged. It also has a weird thing of like a chance to reduce the tick delay between like how often you can mine an ore. So it's like can make you mine faster if you're mining something that can be mined more than once. Which is, like it'll help in Volcano, it'll help for shooting stars, lots of things like that. It does need charges. We're going to go ahead and put it on the Dragon Pickaxe for now. You can dismantle it and you get this Tool Seed and the Dragon Pickaxe back. You just lose any charges in it, so it's not the end of the world. It costs 120 crystal shards, which you've gotten more than that just from doing Volcanoes, so it pays for itself in that regard. And it also, I think it has 10k charges to start. Yeah, and it uses a charge every single time it is used for an ore. But we do have the Celestial Signet now, which has the Elven Signet inside of the Celestial Ring. We still have 1,200 charges in that. And even when it's not charged, actually, just for the fact that it has the Signet, there's the inherent 10% chance not to use a charge for any crystal tools. So we've got that now, and that's pretty cool. I don't like it. It feels weird to have in 1 week, decided being like, hey, can UIMs get crystal tools? I don't know. Like, I guess maybe there's no reason not to go for it. It is storable in the stash unit. I looked that up too. Get out of here, frogs. So, the only real challenge is going to be the crystal shard upkeep cost, which you've already got. I think I only need like 460, 480 some to make my range pots divine. We're still a ways off before being able to make divine super combats, I'm pretty sure, because you need 90 to make 97 divine super. So we are still quite a ways from that. So I don't think we're hurting for crystal shards. But yeah, I'm really happy about this, and I am going to go ahead and call the episode here. It's been a big mining journey for me. Feels like it's been a million years, even though it's only been a little bit over a week since I started doing this. But had lots of experience with shooting stars, then some fun with Volcano. I probably will keep doing a little bit of Volcano. Maybe I'll see how this is feeling with the the pickaxe and everything. See how that's going. If there's any noticeable change, maybe I'll keep doing some shooting stars while I'm AFKing. I would like to get At the very least, I would like to get to 90 so that I could get the highest tier of shooting star. Although I have not encountered a size 9 star ever, but just in case, it would be nice to have. I really would like to try and get 92 for amethyst, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe if you get up to like 91 at least, then I can boost and do that. Maybe you'll be able to maintain that, but I don't know. But yeah, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I super appreciate it. As always, I really love whenever people watch my videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun taking a look at mining. Not really sure what we're going to do next time. I'll kind of see where the road takes me. Desert Treasure 2 comes out tomorrow, I think, or the day after. And I'm almost certainly not going to go into that. I guess I kind of geared in quotes for PVM right now. Like I have my bag on me, but I'm still like, this is the summer of skilling technically still. I'm still holding that to my mind. I probably should go back to like herbivore. So I think I'll go back to herbivore eventually at some point. It's about time I like, hunkered down and actually got another skill to 99. We did thieving, and then I've kind of just been bouncing around the place. But hey, that's what I enjoy doing. Hopefully you guys don't mind it too much, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.